Hey everyone, today I have the second issue of the Archie's Street Shark miniseries, Age of Aquaria Part 2. So last time we had this giant crab monster showing up, the sharks get ready to fight it off, and here we got Slamu biting it for some reason. Oh, and then we got a big two-page thingy turn on its side, and look at that teeny tiny little ripster or streaks there. Don't know where the other sharks went. According to the text boxes, apparently the sharks are... Oh, there's Slamu there. You can tell because he's orange. Yeah, I don't know where everybody else went, but... yeah, the monster's on a rampage, and... Okay, we got the sharks trying to stop it. The crab goes underwater. It smashes a boat or something there. And then suddenly, one of the sharks... Yeah, Slamu gets trapped in a little net or something. I don't know what's going on. And then these guys show up to do something. They're running around, and then there's an electrical shock that shocks the crab monster. Then the sharks are trying to figure out what's going on, and got Slamu up in the net there, and there's some guy with a spear here, and they're all like, what the heck's going on? And order Sonic Comics. And then we see these guys with the spears, and what are these things? And then they zap some of the sharks, and then the sharks get knocked out. And they wake up to see these crazy fish people, alien things, carrying them away in nets. They carry them into some kind of cave. And we are now introduced to an underwater city. The sharks see more of these, whatever these people are. They're taken into some big building, where they meet this guy. I am Modan, Prime Councilman of the City of Aquaria. The rest of the ruling council and I welcome you to our city, Street Sharks.
You speak English? And you know who we are?
Of course. We make a point of monitoring all surface world transmissions. Our soldiers were under orders to capture the mutated crab and any related threat. They assumed you were associated with it, so they brought you into custody as well.
Associated with it? We were trying to stop it, dude.
Then we are, of course, in your debt. If the creature had reached Fission City's offshore nuclear plants, our entire city might have been annihilated. But what is this place? You're so close to Fission City, but no one there has ever heard of you. By no accident, I assure you. But right now, I have many decisions to make regarding the crab and other issues. I don't have the time to give you a proper tour of Aquaria. That honor will therefore fall to my daughter Kara. Hello.
Hello yourself.
That is, of course, assuming we can trust you to roam freely through the city, and we won't know that until you tell us exactly who you are, and how you came to be such fascinating hybrid creatures.
Everything? That might take a while.
Then give us, what is that phrase you surface dwellers use? Ah, yes. Give us the Reader's Digest version. And so then, back up on the surface, we have Dr. Paradigm and that one army guy meeting with the mayor of Fission City. Paradigm's trying to explain, yeah, I was attacking the military, but see, it's only because I was trying to stop the sharks, or trying to stop the crab monster, this and that. And then, so the mayor gives him permission to use whatever force necessary to capture the crab and or the street sharks. Oh, also, her name is, Mayor Jenkins. Is that what her name was? I don't remember. I do remember a thing in the show where they kind of went back and forth on who the mayor was. First it's her, and then it's some other guy. 5 days later, the street sharks are still in the underwater city of Aquaria, no longer treated as prisoners, but as honored guests. Where does this start? This is so confusingly set up. That's... I don't know what order the word balloons go in here. This is a really weird setup here. So anyway, yeah, he goes on a little date with Kara here. So then they go to visit with this guy. Who is this guy? Some kind of... I don't know who this guy is. Okay, this guy is a scientist. They're coming to check up to see if he's successful in returning the crab monster back to normal. And there you can see the crab's claws sticking out of this, whatever that is. And there's like a ray keeping him docile or something. She asks him if there's any hope of returning the crab to normal. He responds, well, you see, that's no longer my appointed task. I've been charged with bringing the crab under our control to harness his power for a future operation. Future operation? Really? Which one? Our imminent attack on Fission City. So, next. War. What is it good for? Quite the change up. The first issue was kind of just the sharks hanging out, doing stuff. Pretty basic story, I think, and like it turns into like a monster movie type of thing with a giant crab at the end, but pretty standard comic. And here it's gone pretty far off the rails. We now have an underwater city, all these creatures, they want to attack the surface. This guy's just spilling the plan to this girl, and Streaks, who's he's from the surface. And you know, the weird thing is they do have their own language. He could have just said blah, 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 in his language, and Streaks wouldn't have known what he was saying. When Paradigm was meeting with the mayor, there's a part where he says his name is now Paranoid. Okay, right here, this guy's talking to Paradigm. How do you know so much about all this, Paradigm? Because I am now Dr. Paranoid. I am the city's foremost expert on genetic malformation, and I'm one of the foremost victims as well. I'm the only one who can save the city, if you'll only give me the means to do so. Very weird, he's calling himself Paranoid at this point. Okay then. So anyway, back to the art card bio things. Yeah, really cool artwork here. I really like this artwork. This is really cool. And then, yeah, we even got Dr. Bolton. And the silhouette of the mutant creature he becomes, which, yeah, we're never going to see more than this, unfortunately. And next up, this is really cool. We got a big 2-page thingy of Slamoo. Let's get ready to rumble. Alright then. Oh, and then we get an Archie comic. Archie getting into the act. Hildy, are you trying out for the play? I would, but the auditorium's not equipped with a ramp. It's tough for me to get around. That's a good point. I'll get on it right away. And so then, dude builds a ramp. Now that there's a ramp, I'll be ready for my stage debut, right, Romeo? You got it, Juliet. And then Betty pops in. This is a public service message brought to you by the Archie Comics and United Cerebral Palsy Associations. Thanks, Archie. Okay, I don't really know what relevance this has to anything. Letters page, order Archie and Knuckles comics, or Street Sharks. And, yeah, buy Twizzlers. So, yeah, pretty weird comic. I don't know, I liked the original miniseries a little better. This is still pretty cool. Like, I can imagine if this was adapted into an episode of the show, it'd be a pretty cool episode, definitely. In fact, we had kind of an episode where Streaks goes back in time and meets a bunch of underwater sea people, which I don't think had anything to do with this, no connection with this at all. Don't really know what to say about it. So yeah, there's Street Sharks from Archie Adventure Series number 2. It was okay. If you're a Street Sharks fan, I'd recommend it. There's not really a whole lot of Street Sharks stuff out there. There's the show itself, there's this comic. There was never, like, video games or anything like that. I don't think... Was there a Street Sharks video game? I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a Street Sharks video game. It seems like it'd be perfect for a beat-em-up or something. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.